Hello everyone, I have a 2006 Toyota Highlander that has a problem with its rear door window regulator mechanism on both sides for some reason. And it looks like the window regulator arm that raises and lowers the glass got detached from its track. The track is attached to the glass. So the glass and the raising and lowering regulator arm got detached. The glass is not moving, but the arm goes up and down. And I'm sharing how I fixed this problem. This is a common problem in these models and some related models too. For some reason, the front doors of these cars use this mechanism. I call it the X mechanism, which is more stable and lasting, and it pushes the glass only up and down. Whereas the rear doors use this singular mechanism, regulator mechanism, that makes a curved motion, and it tends to push the glass holding bracket to one side. This is how it works. That track is attached to the glass, and this arm has a small green plastic that runs through that track back and forth as it raises and lowers the glass. So the glass is held by that rubber. On top of the rubber is that metal bracket that holds the glass in place, and attached to that glass, the glass holding bracket, is that short track for the regulator arm. So what happens is, especially when there is no enough lubrication in that track, this singular mechanism tends to push this entire glass holding bracket, the metal part mostly, to one side. And if it is pushed far enough, the arm just gets disengaged. As you see, the track is short and it's open on both sides. So friction between that green plastic that runs through the track and the track itself is the cause of all this problem. So I didn't see any lubrication in that track. It was so dry in my case. I don't know if the factory applied any lubrication in the first place. So let's see how this might happen. When we say this singular mechanism makes a curved motion, we mean it makes portion of a circle. It plays between point A and C. At point A, the glass is all the way down. At point C, it's all the way up. When the motor applies torque at point A, some of the torque is to the left, wasted. Some of the torque is up. At point B, when the arm is horizontal, 100% of the torque is up. At point C, some of the torque is up. Most of the torque is to the right, indicated by that red arrow. So from what I have seen so far, the glass holding bracket slides to the direction of that red arrow. So this might happen when we try to close an already closed window glass, and when we hold on to the switch longer after the glass is already closed. And during normal use, it's a part of just wear and tear. And during summertime, when the glass bracket that holds the glass, the bracket that holds the glass gets loose due to metal expansion when it's hot, that makes it slide too. So over years, this happens. It doesn't happen overnight. It happens like over 5, 10, 12 years, whatever. It depends. In my car is 13 years old. So to fix this problem, what I'm planning to do is just tear the door down and take out the glass. So to do that, the first step is to remove the door panel. To remove the door panel, you need to remove 2 screws and some clips around. And after removing, just pull the door panel out from the bottom and pull it up. And detach the electrical connection and put it aside. But it's a good idea to remove the switch from the door panel and put it back, because we need it later for testing purpose after we fix it. The next step is to remove the steam protector out of the way. The steam protector is a plastic that is glued by a butyl glue, I think. What I did was I just tried to gently, very carefully cut through the butyl layer and just scrap it off, and just put the plastic to one side, get it out of the way. The last step before removing the glass is to remove the rear side run channel. They call it division bar. That division bar is a metal that's in between those. That metal is held by 3 screws, one at the bottom, one in the middle, and one at the top. After removing all those, remove the rubber run channel from it, and remove a little bit from the top, and then detach the division bar from the rear side and gently wiggle it and pull it up. So the edge of the top window will stop you. So just you need to some manipulation. So I couldn't film and do it at the same time. So after you took it out, remove the rubber run channel from it all the way, but don't forget to mark the end of the rubber run channel. So that's where you start when you put it back. Then take the glass out. As you see, in this case, even the rubber moved like half an inch. But in the other case, it was only the metal. So what I did was I put the glass in a really good cushion and tapped it back to where it was. You can see if only the metal moved, just tap it back until it covers the entire rubber. If the rubber moved, you will see a mark where it was before, so tap it until that mark. So I have seen some people tapping it while the glass is inside the door. I did this only for demonstration, but I don't recommend that. If you wanna take a risk, you can do it. Because you can crack your glass and you can damage the rubber run channel at the other side. Then reinstall. To reinstall, provide power to the window motor, put the arm all the way down and put the glass in and engage that green plastic into its track and push the glass all the way to the front to engage it into the front side run channel, and then put the division the rubber run channel into the division bar far enough, just, and then start engaging the glass from the top and slide it down. You can use silicone spray to minimize friction. You can manipulate the division bar through that hole too. And then after putting everything back down, secure the division bar and put all the rubber run channel back to place. And then now it's time to test. This is the time that you need that switch. So turn on the car key to provide power to the window motor, and then it goes down, it goes up. It didn't disengage so far because before I fixed it, it was disengaging every now and then. I pull it up and down. So now problem solved. So the cause of all this problem is friction in that track. So what I did was I applied enough grease in that track. It was supposed to be lubricated in the first place. So I put enough grease in there. Just be liberal on it. Put enough. I don't mean fill the track, but just put enough. It's also a good idea to put some silicone spray lubricant into the rubber run channel to minimize friction between the door and the between the glass and the rubber run channel. If you tear it down this far, you can even replace the regulator itself by those four screws in there. So if you tear it down this far, you can replace any replaceable part. So this video is repair / replacement video. So then put everything back, and that solved my problem. I hope this helps somebody out there who has the same problem like mine. Thanks for watching.